fudge. Who doesn't love fudge? Well, today's show is not only going to be about making fudge, but it's also going to be about the people who make the fudge. Hi, welcome to Around the Town with Marilyn Forbes. Today we're going to be visiting Spectrum Fudge, who employs a bunch of very wonderful people who not only make a great product, but they're very proud of what they do. So I know you're going to enjoy it. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Okay, folks, now we're going to meet here with Roger, who is the owner of Spectrum Fudge, and he's going to tell us all about the mission, the product, and what happens here. Thank you for being with us.
Well, thank you for coming today. I appreciate it.
So start us at the beginning, Roger.
So Spectrum Fudge, wow, it's hard to believe it's been 2.5 years already, and we just continue to grow. And it's about two things. One, it's about getting our great product out there that people can really enjoy. But it's also about spreading our word and spreading our mission.
Sure.
And happy to say that last year we had 68 different individuals with special needs come to our factory and work at least 1 or 2 shifts. So we've now partnered with over 15 different high schools. We have an OVR provider that comes in each and every day during the week. We also partner with adults, volunteer services throughout the area, just giving individuals with varying abilities the opportunity to come in and have a purpose, fill the life skills that I think sometimes others take advantage or don't appreciate, I should say, enough of that, and give these individuals that opportunity.
Now, you said you had 68 that have come in. How many have actually stayed with you that you employ now?
So right now, we are still a relatively low number of individuals. We have about 6 different people on our payroll. John is our first employee and our only full-time employee.
And I believe we're going to be meeting him a little bit later.
Yes,
okay, good.
Yes, and John is wonderful. John is our confectionery individual, chocolatier, who does a little bit of everything in the factory. He'll dip chocolates, he'll make fudge, and really we want to provide those opportunities to others as well. So I expect this year to be double what it was last year.
Oh, wow.
Because last year actually was twice as much as the year before.
Okay, all right.
So we're continuing that growth.
Okay, wonderful. Now, how did you start this at the very beginning, though? What gave you the idea for this?
Well, I have a son. My wife and I have a son who's 14, who's on the Autism Spectrum. And, thinking a lot about what his life is going to be like, looking at the unemployment rate that these individuals have, it's about 80 to 85%.
Wow, really?
It is. Either unemployed or underemployed. And I know John talks a lot about it because other places he worked, he mopped floors or did dishes, and that's essentially all he did the entire shift. So while there's part of that job is doing those work, it's just more satisfying and gratifying for him as he's a part of doing all this.
And it's such a nice environment here too. It really is. And something that Roger was telling me about whenever he and I were talking before is the sense of pride and the sense of joy that they have when they show you their paycheck or they tell him what they spent their money on. That just has to be so...
It is. It warms my heart. One individual showed me his leather jacket that he was so excited. Another one would show me pictures of his new video game that he got. The one young lady showed me her cell phone. And then I was like, whoa, is there something wrong with payroll? How did I get a cell phone? But it turns out her older brother paid her in advance for it. But the idea of working towards something and having that goal that all of us have, right? Especially when we're in our early 20s, right? Our late teens and early 20s, we all wanted that. So it makes me so excited. It's the first time in my life I don't feel like I work. Yet I work 6-7 days a week, 12, 13, 14-hour days, but it doesn't feel like work. It's really kind of become a passion more than anything.
But what I was so excited about doing the show. I mean, David and I talked about it, and you and I talked about it. I love the idea that you're producing a wonderful product, but you're also producing these opportunities that I don't think a lot of people, like you said, they don't even realize, they don't even think about it.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. And as I said, everybody seems so happy that look around and they're enjoying and they're taking pride in it.
Absolutely.
And that's wonderful.
Well, as 2.5 years ago when it started, it was really just myself coming in and learning how do you do all this stuff, right? And then now, fast forward 2.5 years, we have what we have every day.
It's
and this is a pretty slow day. in comparison. So I mean, it's just wonderful. And you know, the product is so important too, because if it's a wonderful mission, but the chocolate or fudge doesn't taste any good, people are going to do it one time, right? Because that's a great cost.
Yeah,
Let me go buy that.
Yeah.
But it's got to be good, right? So our product, I think, is our mission is what gets people in our door, but our product keeps people coming back.
Okay, now speaking of getting people in the door, how can people get in touch with you to order your fudge or to?
Absolutely.
How can they do this?
Well,
we'll talk about that a little bit later.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you for saying that, Marilyn. So our website, spectrumfudge.com. You can go out there, you can see everything, and you know, you can buy our products, which is wonderful. But the other thing that we do so much about, because I feel like it's not a competition, it's a collaboration. So there's a section of our website that talks about other individuals, other companies that do what we do. So we have a partnership out there with a coffee company, Butler Coffee Lab. This is absolutely wonderful that they employ individuals just like we do. So we have a co-op with them right now. And then there's so many fundraisers and non-for-profit organizations that want to be a part of us, and we want to be a part of them. So it's a community, it's organic growth, and it's about connecting people together.
And before we go and take a tour and start tasting and
yes.
having all that fun, why fudge?
You know, if I had a nickel for every time somebody asked me that. Well, why fudge? Why fudge? Well, when I first had the opportunity to look at this business and what it could look like, I realized that, wow, there's a lot of safety that needs to be in place here because of the temperature of the fudge coming off and the temperature of the chocolate coming out of the melter. I realized that there's a lot of opportunity here that is repetitive behavior that individuals with special needs sometimes lends very well with them.
They're comfortable.
They're comfortable with it. The repeat behaviors, and I think it also lends. Who doesn't like chocolate, right?
Exactly.
Who doesn't like fudge? So you kind of combine those two together. It just seemed like a sweet opportunity.
Okay, so it's not Grandma's secret recipe or anything.
I
was really waiting for you to say that.
I can't give away all my secrets on this interview.
But you did say though that you are going to be maybe incorporating some family.
Absolutely, like peanut brittle. My wife's mother made wonderful peanut brittle.
I wouldn't even know how to start. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
I'm hoping to learn from people in her family who did it. So there's some great products out there that we're excited to continue to grow and experiment with.
Okay, so you guys are going to keep
changing, keep evolving, keep adding new items.
You guys are going to have to keep checking out the
website
on a regular basis.
That's right, spectrumfudge.com. Please check us out.
So we're going to go take a walk around.
Perfect.
See what's going on, see some of the process, and try some fudge.
That sounds wonderful.
Okay.
All right, thank you. So we'll take a quick little look, and then we'll move over towards the chocolate room.
Okay.
To get this way, let's start with our map here.
Yes, let's start with the map.
So at Spectrum Fudge, we don't have a storefront, but we ship anywhere in the country. Everything we make is made right here in this factory, and we're also starting to pop up in stores around Western Pennsylvania that carry our products. But here on the map shows you a little red dot in each of the locations. You can see we've now hit 34 states around the country, and we're just a little over a year and a half that we've had our website live for, so it's starting to come together.
That's fairly quick. Good for you.
Thank you.
Good for you. All right, and then so some of this stuff here is some of your seasonal things, right?
Yes.
Because we have bunnies.
Yep.
And
we have Easter bunny. So here's an example of one of our bunnies. This is an 8-inch Easter bunny. We also have our Easter bunny ear pops.
Oh, ears. Okay.
Yep.
I thought that was a tulip for a second.
And then, of course, everyone loves Peeps. This is our own little version of Peeps.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like a little chocolate, looks like a nest, right?
Aww.
A little bed of nest there for the Peeps. So this is getting ready then. They're putting stock into boxes that goes to particular locations.
Okay.
So this is some of our products as we have shows coming up. They pack them and put them in here. So this is a particular order here. We're actually going to be at McKeesport Hospital tomorrow.
Okay.
And these are the different items that we bring to each of the shows. And this is the quantity and the type of product. So drizzle and then Jimmy's, sprinkles, right?
Jimmy's.
So pretzels, for example. So we're going to bring 3 packs of our pretzels. So if you want to, I'll let you look over here.
Oh, there's the pretzels.
Yeah, these are our pretzels. So to fill that order, we need 10 with just drizzle, which is the box right there. And then the 10 with the jibbies in the back with our sprinkles. And then once they get them, they load them in the box. They mark them as you just saw. They count them. And then from here, they highlight when that item is done.
Okay.
And then that's
they
our
just
check and
continue-
balance.
Okay.
Yep. As the students then move on to the next item.
Now you're saying McKeesport Hospital, do they actually sell these items like in their hospitality shop then there?
Well,
or
it
is there-
depends on the hospital, because
Okay.
in some of the hospitals, I'm in the gift shop, I'm in the coffee shop, in
Okay.
the cafeteria.
Okay.
This is what we would call like a lobby sell. So
Okay.
I will go set up tables, and I'm there for the day to sell our products and get our mission out there and talk about Spectrum Fudge.
In addition to chocolate and to fudge, we also have...
Large Granny Smith apples covered in caramel and chocolate. We typically have 3 different flavors. Our nuts, chocolate pecan, and then of course, because it's Easter, we have our Easter themed M&Ms.
Of course. What would Easter be without
Exactly.
M&Ms, huh? Okay, so now these are mostly then, these are packed up and they're
Packed up and ready to go
Okay.
for shows. And
Okay.
then some of the stuff is coming back from shows that needs to be reorganized.
Okay.
Some of it's put back in inventory, depending on the product.
And by shows, you're talking about like you go to like places like Monroeville to like expos.
We
and
do.
stuff
We
like
also
that.
do a lot with hospitals, and we do a lot with youth sports.
Oh, okay.
Around the area.
Now this is
This is our bulk fudge. So this is our 5-pound loaves of fudge. And some of them are purchased because some of our customers have their own candy store. So they
Okay.
actually buy
Buy
the
the whole
entire
thing.
5-pound
Okay.
loaf. Yeah, then they slice it there.
these.
We
these are-
have-
these are heavy.
We have customers in Minnesota, New Jersey, that sometimes the product leaves here like on an actual pellet.
Oh, okay.
Where we have a trailer backing up and taking out sometimes 150 to 200 different loaves of these at any one time. And then these are different flavors. So we have roughly 30 flavors. And this is kind of the little acronym. You have to take a quiz to make sure you know it, Marilyn. Before you leave, I'm going to make sure you know. Some of them are easy. Like, what do you think that would be?
Birch tree.
We saw it on the rack over there with the sprinkles.
Birthday cake.
Birthday cake. Yep, there we go. So some of them like chocolate peanut butter,
Is this blue cheese?
blueberry, cheesecake. So you were close. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Then
Butter
tell me-
pecan.
Okay.
Yeah.
CCC.
Chocolate cheesecake.
Okay.
All right, I won't-
Cream.
maybe it helps too if you see it.
Oh, that's like an orange cream.
Orange creamsicle.
Sickle.
Yeah, there we go. Orange creamsicle.
I got an F on my testing.
Oh, that's
So
okay.
these
Well,
are just some of the flavors. that you
just
have.
some
Okay,
of them.
all
Yeah,
right.
these are our most popular flavors, and
And then, so normally, a lot of people you said that have the stores will buy the bulk, but
Exactly.
they usually are like this over
correct.
here.
And this is
Okay.
how we typically sell our products. This is so. This is an example. This is sea salt caramel, and then before it leaves here, it has a Spectrum Fudge sticker on the front. And then it has the name with the nutritional information on the back. Many of our customers scan it at their stores, so we have our own barcode system, the
okay.
UPC codes.
Oh, wow.
And then most importantly, we have a Best Buy date before it leaves. So the date was made, but it hasn't been stamped on the individual slices yet. But that's how we determine what the dates are, so we make sure it's fresh.
So how long of a lifespan does
About 5
Fudge
months.
have? Really, that
Yep,
long?
it does.
Okay, now if you refrigerate it or anything, does it make it
A
does it
little bit
give it
longer.
longer?
It could be a little bit longer,
Okay.
yep.
So you said now 30 different flavors. Whenever you first started, did you have 30 coming out of the gate, or?
No, we probably added at least 7 or 8 over the last probably 2 years.
Oh, okay.
And
All right.
then Scott is very creative and has about 4 or 5 more that he's ready to produce here in the next couple months. So
Okay,
yeah,
awesome.
so it's great. It's exciting, and we keep growing, and people get excited. They want to see new flavors too. So. We were just at the Monroeville Convention Center this past weekend where we did a arts and crafts show for 3 days. So it's nice when people come to the table and they remember you from a previous show or remember a certain flavor they tried that
Okay.
other places don't have. So it's really nice.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Well,
Now
Marilyn,
what?
why don't I show you how we make fudge?
I would love to learn
All
how
right,
to make
right over here.
fudge.
This is Scott.
Hi, Scott.
He's our fudge master here. What are we making today, Scott?
Maple nut.
Maple nut.
Now, do you have to constantly keep moving it, or what's the
Right now, yes, to mix everything in together, and then we'll pour it into a cold kettle to let it set a little bit. And then we'll add the nuts in, the vanilla, and everything else that goes in.
So what all is in here right now?
Can't tell you that. All the stuff that goes in fudge. That's what's in there. Good try, though.
I can tell you
I
want
got
to
shut
stir,
down right
Marilyn.
off the bat.
I can tell you want to stir,
Oh,
don't
okay.
ya?
Oh,
I can tell. You had that look in your eye.
like agitated. Don't stir
What,
in circles.
like this?
Yeah.
There you go.
Like X's
Oh, this is
and
thick.
agitating it.
X's. So
Sugar,
there.
cream,
Oh my, this is actually.
water, salt, and then the nuts and everything else. That's pretty much it. Right?
Yeah.
What type of nuts did you put in it?
Walnuts.
Is there? Oh, okay.
Or no, yeah, pecans in the butter pecan.
Yep.
Pistachios.
Yep.
So is there nuts, certain nuts that are better than others as far as?
Just by taste.
Oh, by taste.
Yeah.
Okay.
What people like.
Do you have a favorite kind of fudge?
I've done peanut butter actually.
Peanut butter? Hey, well, we
I
got
like
really good
I
peanut
like
butter.
anything that's peanut butter.
Well, you're in luck. We got some great peanut butter fudge.
Okay, now why the copper kettles?
Copper kettles. Well, that's Scott. What you
Scott?
you can give
Why
the
not?
scientific answer for that, buddy.
The copper
'Cause they're
reacts, it
purdy.
has elements that react differently in the heat with the fudge.
Really?
And it imparts taste to the fudge as well. So if you cook this side by side in a stainless steel kettle or something different, it would taste different.
Now, how hot is this?
Goes up to 240 degrees.
You wanna
right
take a
now,
break?
It's probably.
It's physically exhausting, isn't it? Yes.
Was it the look on my face or what was it? It's like,
Come on, you
please.
ready?
Oh, now we get to watch the pour.
Oh,
so we'll
okay.
stand over
Wait,
here,
I'll get out of the
Marilyn.
way. All right,
And then John's going to come on over.
where am I going?
We're going to watch them pour
Okay.
the
Good,
fudge
good,
into
John.
the kettle here.
Look how pretty that kettle is. Wow.
Well, that was all because of your stirring there.
I made it so
That's
pretty.
right. So I introduced you to Scott a minute ago, but I'd be
Yes.
remiss if I didn't introduce you to John.
Hi, John.
Hello.
John is our full-time chocolatier.
Okay.
And he has been with us for almost 2 years now.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
I would say around like about a year and 3/4, about there.
Okay. And how do you enjoy being a chocolatier?
I pretty much enjoy it, but I'm more than just. Sometimes here I'm more than just a chocolatier. Like sometimes clean dishes and all that kind of stuff.
So you kind of you do anything that needs done then, huh?
Yes, he
a jack
does.
of all trades.
Yes. And sometimes I do stay up like later than I'm supposed to make sure like if Roger says like, hey, I'm gonna need this done by today. Like I'll stay a bit longer until it's actually done, or unless we have someone else coming in, because we do have somebody that comes in around like Tuesdays and Thursdays in the afternoon to someone help me out with the fudge.
So you are a dedicated employee then, is what you're saying. Wonderful. Now, did you know anything about doing anything like this before you started here?
No, actually.
No.
I did not know anything about fudge. I actually used to see this at my old workplace and say like, how the heck did they make the fudge?
But-
It's like every single time.
But tell them about where your culinary degree.
Well, I have a managerial certificate from Bidwell Train Center down at North Shore.
Okay.
And I've done it for like a year, and that's it.
I hear you.
Like if you're from Pennsylvania, like it's absolutely free. Like
Okay.
you get a nice set, jackets. Like you'll even have like a nice chef jacket that you can wear for interviews.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I'm gonna get the nuts.
Okay. Oh.
He's got a lot
Okay.
there.
9,000 of stuff.
Now, did you do anything are these seasoned at all, or what? No, just.
No, we chop them up a little bit so people
Okay.
don't have to have a whole walnut that they bite into. So you kind of chop them up a little bit, make them nice and small for inside the pieces of fudge. And, John's gonna mix all that together, and we'll be ready to pour.
Thank you.
So now, after you guys have these poured, do they get refrigerated, or do they go at room temperature, or where do they get? They just go right here. Okay.
Temperature, and then it'll take like an hour or two for them to cure. We try to go, they're all 5 pounds, but we'll go around 5.6, 5.06, so in case there's any discrepancies in them.
So is this something you have to do quickly? I mean, does it start to set up? Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And then it's a mess, so.
Gotta be quick.
So are you picking out the ones you think are overweight?
No,
Is that what you're
that
doing?
are-
Oh,
This one's perfectly on.
okay.
So I try to find the ones that are on first, and then I'll take the heavy ones like this and put them in this one
Okay,
and that
all right.
one, and-
Well, you got pretty close with them then, as
Yeah,
far as
that one's, this one's gonna be heavy. No, right on.
right on.
5, 6.
Okay, what else we
All
doing
right,
over
so
here?
let's slide on over here.
Alrighty, I'm ready.
All right, he's filming Scott drizzling
Drizzling,
something
okay.
real quick.
Is that sea salt?
Tell her what it is, Roger.
This is our chocolate sea salt ganache.
No, tell her what this is.
Oh yeah, I forget what that's called already.
Fleur de sel.
Fleur de sel.
It's like the real sea salt
It's
where
what I
the seas are evaporated and they go and dig it out.
Really? And it's from Florida.
No,
where'd
from Mediterranean where the seas they're no more.
I have never heard of this
Yeah,
before.
and they'll
Okay.
chunk out big chunks of this and then grind it down and everything.
And you pay $1 million for it.
Yeah,
It's-
pretty much.
Yeah, there's a lot I've learned from this guy, and I think that a wise leader once said, "Hire people who know more than you do." Right? So that's what I do.
It's
That's-
like 3 times as strong as regular salt, so you don't want to
Really?
use too much. Yeah.
So that's why you're just doing a little teeny bit.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit larger than a,
Yeah, it's
than a
more
regular.
like a flake.
Looks
Then
delicious,
if you guys
buddy.
want to try that, that's a warm maple nut right there. They're not allergies, right? Well, you
No,
can
no.
get one.
You want some?
Sure.
So our fudge, we pride ourselves. It's soft and creamy, never gritty fudge.
That's
Put it on the
really
roof of your
good.
mouth. You can feel it, taste it.
Oh my.
All right. Do you want to go dip an Oreo?
I do want to go dip in Oreo.
All right, let's do it.
Oh my goodness.
Now I'm gonna take you into the chocolate room.
Okay, all right. Oh boy, this
So-
is the chocolate room.
This is Bill.
Hi, Bill.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well. How are you doing?
Doing well,
What are
thank
you
you.
doing?
This is where it happens.
All
man.
right, this is where the magic happens.
We make chocolate. in here.
Okay, what are you going to make?
I'm making chocolate covered Oreos right now. I got an order for 600 of them.
Okay.
So what you do is you just pull off your chair here.
600 of them.
600. I got to make 600 Oreos, 600 pretzels, 600 peanut butter cups, 600 turtles.
600. 600's the number.
600's the number this
So,
week.
do you count them out ahead of time?
Do I what?
Do you count them out ahead of time? Like do you have like
No.
600? No, okay.
I fit 77 on a tray,
Okay.
so I know how many I get on trays. Pretzels, I can get 60
Okay.
on a tray.
You know those guys that can do math in their head?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's this guy.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll just look at a tray and tell me what's on there without even counting.
So you do the same thing with pretzels, Oreos, Rice Krispie treats. I can do about 300 an hour
Wow.
if you weren't breathing down my back. So you just knock off the excess chocolate, and then I do 7 across and 11 rows down. Gives me 77 on a tray. And then I'll...
So of course you don't want them touching.
Some of them I may put jimmies on. You don't want them touching because they'll stick together.
Okay.
And then they'll break apart, you know.
Then they will be icky, and you want well
Right.
they won't be icky.
And
but-
then the other ones I'll drizzle.
Okay. Oh.
So it's either drizzle or sprinkles.
Okay.
And we call them jimmies.
Jimmy, you know what? I never ever heard that term before until I got married, and my
Yeah.
husband called them. I always called them sprinkles, but
Yeah. So we do that, and then we make turtles. So these are pecan turtles. They start out with a tray of pecans, then you drop caramel on them. And then you come back and you top them with chocolate.
oh wow,
It's a process.
it is a
Takes
process.
some time.
Then how long do you have them over here? How long do they have to sit before they're packaged or anything?
20 minutes. The
Oh,
chocolate
really?
will
That's
dry.
all? Oh,
I mean,
okay.
that'll be ready to go in 20 minutes. That'll
okay.
be dry.
Okay.
And bunnies, we got molds, different molds on the bunnies.
Cool.
What else we got here? We make a fabulous bark. This is pretzel bark.
Oh my.
Just chocolate and pretzel. It's fabulous. So I make 25 pounds at a time. I get 6 trays out of that.
Do you-
more bunnies?
Do you use the same chocolate recipe for everything?
No.
Okay.
No. This is my secret recipe right here. These are peanut butter cups.
Oh.
All right.
Did you say that's your secret recipe?
Yeah, they're better than a Reese cup. And we got
we
some
keep
bunny,
hearing this. Better than Reese's.
some bunny ears. We got 3-inch bunnies, 4-inch bunnies.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, Bill, I think, what do you think? Do you think you can teach Marilyn how to dip an Oreo?
Oh, Wait, should I go put my apron back on?
Yeah, we'll cut for a second
Okay.
and we'll get you back when
All
you're
right,
all ready
cool.
to go. You gotta wash your hands too, so
Okay,
we'll be
all
right
right.
back.
I can do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, we're back.
Okay.
All right.
I'm ready.
Ready to go?
Okay.
You left-handed or right-handed?
I'm right-handed.
Okay, so put a glove on your left hand.
On my left hand?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right, then I pick
Grab I grabbed 5, but you can do 2. Just grab 2 Oreos.
2. Okay.
Grab 2. Here's your tongs.
Okay.
So you're just going to grab the end of it, like right there. You
Okay.
go it all the way into the chocolate, all the way down in. You don't have to move it around, just deep go in, all the way. All the way, come back up on the screen. You don't have to shake it off, just shake it on there. You're good.
Okay.
In and out.
In and out. Oh, I see. Okay. A little bit quicker.
You don't have to shake it. You're going to
Okay.
shake it once it's on the screen.
Oh, I get it. I get it. Okay, so it's.
All right, you got me done. I only need 597. Now keep going.
Hey, this is easier than mixing.
It is. All right, we're going to swap after those 5.
Okay.
All right. You're going to, I do this and knock the chocolate off my things. Just squeeze them together a couple times, snap them together. There we go. You can set that back over here.
Okay.
You're going to grab each corner of that screen and bounce it up and down. Bounce it up and down off the machine.
Like that? Tap it off the machine?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, then grab your palms again.
Okay. You put them over here.
Grab them on the side and go right onto the tray. You're going to drop one on your way down.
I'm sorry.
It's a reject. Okay.
You're not going to hire me, are you? No job for me.
There you go. Good job.
And you can take some sprinkles and
Okay.
with your left hand with the glove on. You can sprinkle those. Don't be so cheap.
Sorry. All right.
All right. So we do that with pretzels, marshmallow pops, Rice Krispie treats.
And it's just the same. It's the same.
Basically the same thing. Yeah. Same motion.
There you go.
Well, thank you.
Now you can say you dipped an Oreo.
Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed the show. It was definitely a very sweet experience for us. One we enjoyed. I love meeting John and Roger and the rest of the crew here. They make a great product. Believe me, it's really, really good. And I want to stress that you don't have to be a retailer. I mean, you can just be an individual to order some fudge.
Absolutely.
And any of the other products you have. And you want to tell us again
Yeah,
how
absolutely.
to get in touch? Okay.
Everything's right on our website at www.spectrumfudge.com.
So there you go. Again,
www.spectrumfudge.com.
Okay, it's a great way to find them, and believe me, trust me, it's a really, really good product. Everybody kept saying better than Reese's. Reese's. Well, folks, again, I hope you enjoyed the show, and remember, keep
smiling, keep dreaming,
and
keep watching.